Hello, hello, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Talk to Tanner, where your morning life coach, we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you a better version of you. That is our goal and our mission and our purpose here over at Talk to Tanner Coaching is to make you the best possible version of you, such as the idea of creating a future version of yourself, the one that we're striving to become. We all think of ideas, practices, a lifestyle that if we could just live like this, if we could just take action on this thing that I should be doing, this thing that I should be doing, this that I should be doing, if we just take actions on that, then we can get to the other side. I'm sure many of us have thought like that. We're human creatures. This is why skyscrapers have been built. This is why we can get shipping done in a day now. If you live in a city, I think Amazon can bring it to your door in less than like 6 hours. Absolutely insanity. So being ambitious and wanting to strive for something much bigger is definitely okay. So what's the back and forth between that a little bit? So you want to be better, you want to improve yourself, but we have to do the things today to compound and accumulate our skills, our resources in order to get there. So thinking of lines of who do you want to become in the future, that future self, and then putting yourself in positions and opportunities to become that. Personal example. So think of you in your own seat. This is what this show is all about for you to embody, or think of the strategies and ideas that you can do for yourself. So on this show, I talk a lot about it's really good. You got at very minimum, you need to have at least one of these things to keep you accountable for growing your business, for improving yourself. Would be number one, a coach, right? Of course, you don't see any Olympic athletes. You don't see any high achievers, whether they're big Huntsman Institute, Amazon, Apple. You don't see any of these companies going without coaches. Everyone needs guides and another perspective and all that good stuff. So coach, of course, I'm selling that one first because I am a coach. Next, or you need a partner, a business partner, somebody who's in the rough with you, somebody who's seeing it maybe in slightly a different light, or someone who's just, okay, they're doing the work, so I got to be doing the work, creating that type of environment. That's a huge reason why companies do so well, is because they put you in a setting like an office, and then everyone else is working, and then they don't allow other distractions. So what are you going to end up doing? Probably working. So even for entrepreneurs, self-employed individuals, this model works great. Working with a partner, and then third one, so first coach, second one having some type of partner, or third joining some type of organization, an organization that's going to hold you accountable, or organization that's going to give you opportunities to get in front of other people and try and sell your business, try and help you formulate the thoughts. Half the battle is just figuring out what it is you want to say, how you deliver value to the marketplace, how you deliver a value through product or service for the people who are purchasing your product or service. And we're focusing on the third one today, giving a speech to an organization. So I'm going to pull up one of my PowerPoints. Part of it, we're not going to go through all of it because, I don't want you guys we're in and out on these morning shows. So, but we are going to dive into a snippet of it. So let's go ahead and we're going to share my screen, then I'm going to just get right at it. And then think of yourself how you can join an organization or how can you sell your business to your friends, your family, or your coworkers, or the goal is to try and get referrals for the business. Like I am trying to get coaching clients for my company. So if you know anyone who needs coaching or could benefit from coaching, please, you can always go to talktotanner.com and sign up for a free coaching session. Or if the show is in tune with you and you want to just keep tuning in every morning, please give this video a like or subscribe to the channel. It really helps out with promoting and showing other people the material that we're making to help make you a better version of you. So let's go ahead and share screen. Okay, BNI featured presentation. This is kind of the memo or the titles that I run under: Tanner DeWitt, MBA, life and business strategist, and I'm a real estate investor. So benefits of having a life coach. First off, when you're trying, sometimes people want to help you, they really do, and they just genuinely don't know what it is that you do. Like, what are the benefits of it? So people want to know the benefits and the problems they solve. Like if I got someone, so at one of my rental houses, the toilet's totally fucked. Like this, when I say it's a shitter, not that funny. But when I say like it's nasty and this and that, and I have to replace it. You're not asking the toilet guy how you go about cleaning it, how you were people the actual process of it. Don't worry so much about the process of it versus just making sure that they know the benefits and the problems and the solutions that come with it. So, listing off some benefits of having a life coach, help you learn how to engage in being fully present. And this one's the cheesy one. A lot of us don't like to hear right off the bat. However, this is the key. If you can live here right now and you can focus on the task at hand, there's a great saying that life is not too serious. Just focus on what's in front of us. Life is not that serious. And we just need to focus on what's in front of us. If we can just focus on the next task at hand and we can learn to enjoy the fact that we have the abilities and the focus, the concentration, the skills, the abilities to do that and be engaged in that and not worry too much about the future and not worry. The past is full of regret, the future is full of anxiety, but suffering can end right here, right now. Talking about being fully present. Next, just having a real plan in place is massive for saving time, for being more efficient, for actually getting the things that you want to be getting done. And a lot of times I like to make people write out, well, pretty much all the time, I'm going to make you at least write out, what are you trying to do this week? What are you trying to do this month? What are you trying to do over the next 3 months? And then on a bigger scale, how we had slightly talked about taking the actions necessary to become the future version of you, that person who, oh, if I just become that, then I'll be happy, that type of line of thinking, or what's around in your life. Then we go out and we just create like what's around you. What do you have over a 1, 3, 5 year mark? What do you want your life in a year? What do you want your life in 3 years? And it's incredible. Once these are laid out, you actually do these. People always underestimate how much they can get done if we just sit down and we're completely focused. I mean, think about the last big thing that you got done. I I bet once you actually sat down and you lined everything up and you got going on it, it wasn't as bad as you thought, and you went way faster than you thought you could go. So that's under the idea, but we just want to lay out these strategies and these steps specifically so we're not wasting hours of our day on sure what to do next. What would be the best approach for that? We lay that all out in the coaching session each week, or when you're with your organization or with your partner. Bam, make a plan, and then time for action. And another benefit would be just keeping you honest in measurement, keeping you honest in measuring. So many people say that they're going to do this and going to do this, and don't beat yourself up too bad if you're not keeping honest with the things that you said you wanted to get done and get done. Things keep taking a step or two forward with this stuff and start keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Because if you can't keep the promises that you make to yourself, it's going to be really hard to recommend you for another opportunity or service or referral from family, friends, and coworkers, right? So keeping you honest and measuring your results. And I have lots of tools to kind of help with that, to help measure your results, and to also, I'm going to make you give me some promises, and then we're going to put it to the test when we talk again the following week if you actually did it or not. So these are some benefits of having a life and business coach. And then problems to look for. A lot of times I get people who are working like part-time with something and they're not fully invested in it, and our priorities are just out of whack. Jim Collins had a great quote and a saying in a book called Good to Great. And if you have more than three priorities, you don't have any priorities at all. So helping narrow down those priorities. And a lot of times when people are working part-time and they're on their side hustle and they're trying to shift over time, we help put a plan in place and timelines, as we were talking about, the 1 week, 3 month. Like, how much money do you need to completely be invested in this? What resources, what needs to be present, and give it a reality and an opportunity. Next, if you suffer from anxiety and high stress, coaching has been an amazing outlet for myself. I use coach and used to always be anxious about what's going to come up, what's going on with my houses, what's going up, how can I even handle. Sometimes coaching sessions can get emotional while we're working on personal stuff and stress, but learning the tools and the tricks that we go through in coaching to help bring us back, keep us centered, really helps with helping reduce these. So if you have anxiety and high stress, this is a problem to look for, and you can get a lot of benefits from a coach. Next is wants to create more online content to scale exposure. Say a few of my clients, they have been just scared to get on camera, scared to talk in front of people, scared that it's not going to go well, this and that. Well, we have an online morning show consistently, and figuring out how do we put in our schedule essentially just the topics that we need to talk about. I guarantee way more people don't give them nearly enough credit to themselves when they think about creating some type of different marketing strategy to just put content out consistently. And the best result I found, to just be blunt with you, is finding a select time. I like to pick Fridays, and then I just pick all my topics for the week, and then kind of go through setting it up roughly, typing out what it is, the show notes and this kind of stuff ahead of time. Separation is in the preparation. So just kind of tips and tricks. Or the big thing, as you see on here in the screen, stop caring what other people think. They don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. Let's just sell ourselves and try and get closer to our goals. They're either going to want this or not. I'm sure I've had dozens of people coming in and out of here thinking, oh, coaching, that's cool. I don't think I need it though. And that's okay. Do I believe everyone needs a coach? Yeah, that's why the highest performers always and will continue to use coaches. And I think the value's there. But when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So when people aren't ready, don't push it on them, but lay it out and give the best you got. Don't worry about what they think or if you mess up and this and that. Doesn't matter. Having issues getting started in real estate. So between my girlfriend and I, we own 6 properties, and getting started and we're bumps and bruises and things torn up and things working and not working, well, we can kind of figure out how we need to get started. This was getting started and buying the first property was a huge pain in my butt, and but starting to figure out the tools and the right people to meet, such as organizations, older investors, and that type of stuff. So coming back and using them. So if you need help getting started in that, that's a problem I can help solve with. Helping clients pivot their goals and targets. So this is probably where the biggest benefit or problem that happens with entrepreneurs is we get turned, we procrastinate, we have fear of the next step. I'm scared, such as I had a really big fear with making calls, trying to call people to tell them about my business. I wasn't confident about being a coach, not wasn't nearly confident, and I cared that other point what people thought, and people would say, very rarely do people actually say rude things to you, but when they did, it bothered me pretty bad. So there was a fear, so learning to get over that fear, and it turns out the more you do it, the easier it gets. Just you need to have someone in your corner who's actually going to hold you accountable to that. Finding purpose in life. My purpose essentially is to provide for number one, my mom and my girlfriend. These two people have given me nothing. I can't even put into words how much these people have given me. Really, completely helped shape my life. And so, number one priority, giving back to them. Number two, my money, getting to a certain dollar amount so I can provide for these people, myself, and give back through charity, those types of things. Finding my purpose. So, I'm a navigator to help people become the best version of themselves. And so, I have my top three priorities dealing with life changing events. You're probably going to go through a big breakup. You're probably going to have to handle some parental stuff. Say, if you're handling your parents weren't all that great, or say, singular parent wasn't that great, and you're going to have to break that down and work on that, or just you lose your job, or an industry gets flipped upside down and it totally alters your business. We're going to have to deal with these life changing events and maintaining work life balance. So when we get hit with these things, and you will, if you haven't yet, you will, or if the people who have, you get hit with life changing events all the time, and how we handle them is more important than what actually happens to us. Famous Jim Rome, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. That's the reality of your situation. You are where you are who you are, and you're responsible for dealing with it. It's just thankfully there's people here to help support you with that. So, who's an ideal client for me? Wrapping it up, making it quick for the rest. So, looking for a client, a real estate agent who is new to the business, helping work with real estate agents. So if you know a real estate agent who is new to the business, putting together a real plan and grinding out what it is our future looks like, what are our actual resources now, and what's the path that we need to put together to actually make this a reality. Next is making video content, speaking opportunities. If they're looking to just put themselves in a light, say if you don't want to do cold calling all the time and you'd rather do something more like this, where it's a morning show, some type of attachment or reminder or a little bit different to show them what it is that you do, please contact me. I have about a million ideas on what you can talk about in real estate and in personal development. So in that space, if you're trying to make video content, and people love that stuff, people like houses getting and developed, and also people love it when you're making progress and you can show it. The proof is in the work, you display it. That's why influencers are doing so well. It's because they have real examples of what's working, what's not working. And lastly, looking to invest in real estate. If you're looking to invest in real estate and get started on it, best practices and really the biggest things to work forward. We've gone over on this show like the golden rules of real estate. Should we go over them again? Well, number one, locking in long-term debt. Number 2, having adequate cash reserves. And number 3, making sure that you buy at a good purchase price. So buying below market value, locking in long-term debt, and having adequate reserves. If we have these things in place, we can be a real estate investor. So if any of this looks good to you, or if you struggle with some of these problems, please get a hold of me. Sign up for a coaching session. They're free. The initial one's free. I'm not going to charge you for something if I truly believe you don't need it. So put this out there, figure out the benefits of what you're doing, the problems that you have, and then tell them what's an ideal client for you. Using this 3-step model is a lot better than me going through just a trove of my process that I work with people one-on-one. If they're really interested, we will break that down and get into that. But people pay for things. They pay for things when they have a problem, they need a solution, or they have a certain benefit that matches their idea or lifestyle that they want to get into. So using this framework, telling people you don't have to bore them with the details. Most people, unfortunately, don't care too much, but the success stories and seeing the problems get solved. Remember, people pay to get problems solved, right? Awesome. This is a quick little 1, 2, 3 slide punch on what it is I'm looking for my business. So remember, an ideal client for me, real estate agents looking to make content, or someone looking to invest in real estate. Think in real estate. I'm here to support. I'm here to help grow. I'm living and breathing and doing myself. You know, a lot of these coaches are older and they're kind of on the tail end. We're working here, nose and nose. We're in the grind together. We're on it. We're working through problems. So fun brainstorming sessions, high energy, motivation, and laying it out and keeping the promises to ourselves. Thank you all so much. If you would like a coaching session for yourself, you can again always go to talktotanner.com. And lastly, if this show gave you good content, you enjoyed it, this is a process just describing the problems that you help people solve. If that's helping you, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. It really helps with exposure and continue to help grow this so we can help people become the best version of themselves. Thank you all so much. I got to jump off. I went longer today. I have a speech myself here shortly. I'm excited to give it in front of some people, get some nerves going. So I know you guys got a lot of stuff going on yourselves today. So kick some ass. Have an amazing, amazing Thursday. And your life coach, T-Dog. I'll be back here again, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Friday morning, to help go over another topic, tip, trick, exercise to help you guys become the best version of yourselves. Thank you all so much. TalkToTanner.com. Heading out, life and business strategist, here to help things go right. Thanks so much. Enjoy. Have a great Thursday. Challenge yourself to how you can sell better to the people that can help get you business referrals. Thanks. Cheers. We're off. Yes, we can play some music. We're rolling out. Brand. So enjoy this wonderful Thursday. Thankful for another one. As always, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Know your priorities. Cheers.